All right, Shalom. All right, we're the brothers from Great Mills from Chicago, coming at you another lesson to Spirit Party. How about Shemi Shai? All right, first and foremost, we want to start off giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to Akim, pushing his word in truth, in sincerity, and with all charity. All right, I'm with the elder brother, Rapayo.
I'm the brother Rapayo.
I'm Brother Bayala here, and we're just going into the book of Revelation, 3rd chapter. I was saying to the brother that I was looking into it last night, and I looked up certain verses on the AI mode on Google. It's similar to ChatGPT. This one AI mode on Google, it gives you a lot of edifying, and it gives you a lot of background understanding, some clarity. It's and basically the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter, I'm just gonna go into it, but mainly is an exhortation to the church of Sardis, all right, which is for us in the truth, man, we gotta when we read these scriptures, we gotta take into account that does this apply to us? Are we in the same? Are we does this apply to us? What Lord's saying to the book of Sardis? I mean, to the church of Sardis. All right, so I'm gonna start off here in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, 1st verse, and it says, all right, all right, it says, Revelation 3:1, and unto the angel of the church in Sardis write, these things said he that had the 7 spirits of Yahweh and the 7 stars. I know that works, that thou hast a name, that thou livest and art dead. All right, so they had I guess the church of Sardis had a reputation of being a godly men. They lived by it, but it says but art dead, man. They weren't diligent. Their works weren't sincere to the Lord. They weren't pleasing the Lord, man. They're just fronting. You know what I'm saying? We'll go into it more, but that's what it says. In the NLT, it says, I know all the things you do, and that you have a reputation for being alive, but you are dead. And then, sometimes you really you look at the YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? You put a front, and when you make these lessons and all that. But really, man, like what matters is like what you do outside the videos or outside the lessons that you do, man. Are you really living by it? Do they really believe in the Lord? And you know what I'm saying? Like, do we fear the Lord and understand that He's watching you? All right.
Oh yeah, real quick, if I may. There's the blue letter for the word "thou livest," right? And let me play it for the you can hear it.
Strong's G 2198.
Zao, and it means to live, breathe, be among the living, right? I'm gonna skip down to to have true life and worthy of the name, active, blessed, endless in the kingdom of Yahweh. To live, example, past life in the manner of the living and acting. So when you walk in these laws, statutes, commandments, and you follow the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, you're quick and you're alive, But if you're not, if it's just a front of a facade, you will, so others see that, to others it may appear that you are alive and you're doing the righteous thing, but the Lord sees through you, man. He sees all that you're really faking the funk, and you're really slacking, instead of, getting built up to the stature of Yahweh Shai.
That's right, and the Lord has given us examples and exposed certain individuals in the world of Israel that call themselves these high level names, chief priest, what I'm saying, high priest, all this and that, but it's all facade, like the brother mentioned, man. And our job is to put a scopeo on them, man. But at the same time, man, hey, these guys be fronting, but secretly they're doing all this folly, man.
Right, and the thing is, you have to mark them that cause division, because these people are not teaching the 100% truth.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're leading men astray. They're living, walking bad examples, you see. But other people are saying, oh, those are men of the Lord, man. But here it is, like, you know, recently, for an example, the pegulator, all right, who you know, self-proclaimed the high chief priest, is getting pegged, all right, through the brown eye. That shit's folly, man. That shit is going off.
You know, and that didn't start off right away, man, too. Like, you understand, like, you know, when he gave too much in the flesh, you know, he was feeding it too much where the flesh wanted something else. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you know, you keep feeding into lasciviousness, man. Like,
well, you know, as well as the example, you know, the bad example, because here it is, he's supposed to be a head of a camp.
Right.
He's showing other men's, all right, this wrong way. And until drama happened, then all these things exposed. So other men knew about this and didn't say or you know, rebuke it. You know what I'm saying? So you know they don't love one another there, man. That shit's gonna fall apart, man. All these false camps, the Lord's gonna break up, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Keep going.
Keep going.
So back here, Revelations 3 verse 2. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain. So that's the Lord giving us, you know, giving mercy, right? You know, take heed. All right, wake up, like it says here in the NLT. All right, so it says that are ready to. I read it again. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So, you know, there's camps out here, even in GMS, man, or even individuals in GMS, right? You know, who got to hear this, man. We got to hear this. You know, this is scriptures, right? You know, there's things like the Lord showing us mercy, man. You know, there's things that the faith that we have is sincere, but that shit fading away, man. You know, and we got to examine ourselves, you know, and make sure that we aren't, this scripture doesn't apply to us, man. You know, take heed. All right.
Can you read the NLT part?
It says, Revelations 3 and 2, Revelation chapter 3, verse 2, wake up, straighten what little remains, for even what is left is almost dead. I find that your actions do not meet the requirements of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
And that should put fear on you to examine yourself thoroughly. All right, because hey, this is life or death, man. Don't think that you've already made it. All right, it says through much tribulation, all right, shall we enter into the kingdom. You know what I mean? So, hey, we got to make sure that we're on point, that we please Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that we're the Lord's delight. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And we go through things and we fuck up and we get jacked up. You know what I'm saying? And hey, we got to learn from these things. If things are repeating itself, all right, the Lord's putting you. He's having mercy on you to fucking get it, man. All right, things happen over and over because you're not learning. You know, the Lord's trying to correct you, but you still keep making the same mistakes. So, you know, we got to get to the point where, hey, like the silversmith, you know, when he's refining the metal, the silver, all right, he's taking off all the dross, and he knows it's ready when he can see his reflection in it, when he can see himself in it. Do you understand? So we have to be in that same mindset in
right.
You know, refining ourselves, taking off the dross, putting this flesh in subjection, so that when the Lord looks upon us, that he sees himself like, oh, this is my son right here, man.
Right.
He is ready, you know, to get to the next level, and you know, eventually salvation, Lord willing.
Exactly.
You know?
Kind of the Lord God look at you and see himself.
Right.
You know, and that's ultimately what it is, man. You know, and that's why that goes into you know, that cup that we're drinking, man. You know, Yahweh Shai drinks that cup, man. He expects you to, you know, to drink of it as well, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can't cut corners in nothing, man. If you have faith, man, in anything, right, you can't cut corners. If not, that's just gonna fail, man. You know, how much more in this truth, right? You know, you can't expect to grow and you know, come to the maturity of this truth, you know, by cutting corners, man. You know, and you know, because shit, you do that shit in the world right here, you trying to open a business, man, and you cutting corners, man, that's just gonna fail, man.
Well, just as fast as you get it, it's gonna be just as fast as you lose it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So no, we got to go through the straight gate. We got to go through this position of difficulty. All right, and knowing that what, that the Lord is with us, that He has overcome the world, and He leaves us with that peace, man. And with Him, we're going to overcome as well, as long as we endure to the end. But this is the book of First Peter.
I'm gonna get it real quick.
Yeah, chapter 5.
First Peter 5.
Yeah, 5 and 8.
Come. Right here.
It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour." You see? Because, hey, the moment you make a mistake, hey, that's a little crevice that Satan could get into, man. All right, to throw you off. Remember, Satan is here to agitate us, to sift us. You know what I'm saying?
And the agitation, man, it don't feel good, bro. You always down, sad, like what the fuck? Like what do you expect, man? If you believe in the Lord and you think and you believe that the Lord is with you, then and you believe that the Lord loves you and you're doing all this bullshit, then you better expect that the Lord's gonna send Satan to sift you, man. To try to, you know what I'm saying, get you, correct your ass to be in the right path.
Well, yeah, that's the whole summary of Job. We're likened unto Job. We're going to be tested. Things that we love and care about is going to be taken away from us. All right? We're going to be tried. And then once we're proven and we pass the test, hey, then the Lord's going to bless us with everything and then some. All right? It's all throughout the scriptures. You see?
Kind of, yeah.
Go ahead.
And also, too, like, I remember the brother, he called from Des Moines, Iowa. He brought out that once you have that spiritual confidence in you, like that affliction, like you could take it more, man. You know what I'm saying? Like once you're confident in the Lord, like you doing the work. You know what I'm saying? You walking circumspect. You applying your daily life. You always praying. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledging the Lord. When shit comes your way, when Satan tries to sift you, like you're really on point, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a boxer, like, your senses, you know what I'm saying? You practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to defend yourself from the darts of the devil, man. Mm-hmm. But when you so distracted in the world and shit, you know what I'm saying, caught up with your daily life, and that it makes it harder for you to fight Satan, man. You know? So it's really the Lord, giving us this wisdom and these exhortations just for our sake, man, so we won't have to be nipping and dabbling and shit, trying to figure it out, man. You know what I'm saying? But
it's to build up our faith, because
exactly.
You said once you have that confidence, confidence means with faith.
Yep.
So you read these accounts, you read the scriptures, all right, and then you go through these tests, man. You see, but guess what? Hey, the comfort is right here. Knowing and understanding these words, man, that there's a way out of it. All right, it's temporary, and that's why we must examine ourselves, man, because our works are not perfect, man. All right, like we're trying our best to be like Yahweh Shai, you see, and that's why we gotta stay prayed up and fast often, when the Spirit tells us to, and do the will of the Lord, man.
Right.
But this is can you go to chapter 4? Just pull over, yeah. I wanted 1 Peter 4 and 7, but the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. So we gotta be prayed up. Stay upon our watch, examine ourselves, and really scrutinize ourselves, man. All right, hard. You know what I mean? Because hey, we all gotta stand before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai, man. And the balance of it is that we always gonna fall short, but if we're meeting the requirements, that the Lord expects us, we can't be too hard on ourselves, we can't be too over righteous, but at the same time, man, we can't just be out here being overly wicked too. Like we can't just be hanging on the grace of the Lord for everything. We actually gotta fucking be, sincere and try to, fight, man. Walk in the Spirit. It's a battle. At the end of the day, it's a spiritual battle, man. Like I was telling the brother before we started, recording.
do today, man. What you do today matters, man. You know what I'm saying? Like tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? We don't know if we're gonna wake up tomorrow, right? Evil is consistent to the day. I think it's like the day, man. All right. Pressing, and then that's the mercy of the Lord, because it says pressing for the mark for forgetting the things that are behind.
Mm-hmm.
That shows the mercy of the Lord as too, man. You know what I'm saying? You worrying about next week, but hey, we gotta wake up every day like hey, today is what matters, man. The present time, all right. The day where we're able to demonstrate our faith in this wild as darkness world, man. Like what it says, in the valley of the shadow of death. Hey, right here, man. We fucking battling every day, man. It's a spiritual fight. All right, but you had some more?
Yes, I got something else.
Go.
I got Psalms 139, the last two verses, 23, 24.
Psalms.
Because also, you want to ask the Lord. Now, this ain't an easy thing, but you want to ask the Lord to search you out. All right, and the Lord's going to be 100% with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And hey, it says Psalms 139 and 23, search me, O Yahweh, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting. You see, so whatever is wicked in you, all right, the Lord's going to draw it out, man, and you might not like it. It might not be it might not feel good, all right, the transition, but it's for your betterment, all right, so that you improve and that you're the Lord's delight and accepted of the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and like you said, the transition, and sometimes Satan will play on the transition. Oh, you make it worse than it is, man. Just have faith in the Lord, and and everything will transition smooth, man. Like it says, though it be grievous at the moment,
yeah,
but afterwards gonna yield the peaceful fruit of righteousness, man.
Okay.
Shit, that goes with the faith, man, and of course, when the flesh, man, we have that anxiety, but that's when we gotta, call in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, cast our cares upon the Lord, for He cares for us. All right, and we got the wisdom of the Lord, man. It says wisdom is a spirit without care, man.
Right.
Like, look at the bigger picture, bro, and snap out of it, bro. Cause I know we're in the flesh, but at the same time, man, we got the truth, man. We know what the bigger picture is, man. All right, and then we know that this is all temporal, man. So our duty right now, is to do me of the Father, man, the will of the Father, man. All right, so we could get the saving and get the fuck out of here, man. Shit.
Right, and that's why it's important to put these words, all right, the scriptures, in your inward parts, so that wisdom can meet you in every thought.
Mm-hmm.
So this way, if anything pops up that's off, you can rebuke it right away, man.
That's right.
All right, and you can stay in the spirit. The game is stay in the spirit.
Yep.
So you can recognize all these things. Remember that we're supposed to look at this present evil world through the frontlets of this word, man.
Yep.
All right, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, these scriptures, all right, are supposed to filter out all this bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
But we had some. Okay. So going back to Revelation, the 3rd chapter, the 2nd verse. All right. What's the premise of the lesson?
Oh yeah, bring that out from. This is AI mode, right?
Yeah, AI mode on Google. It says, "Be watchful, strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die." All right. The phrase "be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die, for I have not found that works perfect before God," comes from Revelation 3 and 2. In the Bible, this is part of the letter addressed to the church in Sardis. The meaning can be interpreted as follows: be watchful. This is a call for alertness and vigilance. It suggests that the church in Sardis, and by extension, believers, may have become spiritually complacent or inactive to their faith and actions. All right, and that's a good point, man. Like, and we've seen brothers do lessons and shit, like, of exhortation, like, man, brothers are falling weak. You know what I'm saying? It says, and it wasn't just addressed to the Church of Sardis. It was addressed to all believers in Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. All right, that this may it's possible and may happen to you. All right, you may get complacent, you may get inattentive to your faith and actions, right? But and this to remind you, man, right? This is a call for your alertness, man. Wake up from the affairs of this world, man. Really, all right. Being distracted in this world, all right. Again, man, he's saying they will do that to you, man. Right? If you're not being diligent, right? It says that if the fear of the Lord, if you're not diligent in the fear of the Lord, your house will soon be overthrown.
Yeah, Sirach 27:3.
This is basically what this is saying, man. All right. If you don't wake up every day praying to the Lord and praying to the Lord that He keeps you, all right, in His spirit and His watch, right? That's what then. You can't wake up, thinking it's just a regular ass day and shit. You just another day in Babylon. Nah, man. We gotta stay alert in this thing, man. But I'll just read through it.
Go ahead.
Strain the things which remain that are ready to die. This refers to the remnant of their faith, good deeds, or spiritual practices that are on the verge of fading away or becoming complete loss. It's an encouragement to salvage and fortify what little spiritual vitality is left. Man, that's heavy. It says, "For I have not found that works perfect before you. Yahweh." This statement reveals that their actions and devotions, while they may have had a good reputation outwardly, were incomplete or lacking in the eyes of the Most High. They may have started well, but failed to follow through and carry their faith to full maturity and completion. All right, and that reminds me of what the Lord said to Peter. Say he has desire to sift you, they may sift you as wheat.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
But yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, this is really an exhortation to the elect, right? Because we know that if the seed that's been planted on the elect is gonna get root and be found in Yahweh Shai, right? But this shows, what I'm saying, that even the elect are gonna have weak moments, just like our Lord did. But these scriptures are here to exhort us, to comfort us, to remind us, all right, to continue in the fight, man, and because we in the flesh, we're subject to vanity, and the spirit is keeping us alive. You know what I'm saying? Keeping us in the fight at the end of the day, man. But in conclusion, essentially, the message is a strong rebuke to a church that was spiritually stagnant. We have living waters, not stagnant.
Right.
Existing more on reputation than genuine faith. It urged them to wake up from their spiritual slumber, actively nurture and build up the positive aspects of their faith before they completely died out, and strive to live in a way that truly pleased Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, not just superficially impressed others.
Right. Okay? Yeah. Can I got a precept for that?
Come.
This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. And it reads, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Mashiach. But he that doeth wrong shall receive of the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of persons." And that reminds me of Matthew, I think it's 7. Yeah, I think it's 7. Where many shall say, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. Didn't we prophesy in thy name? And cast out devils in thy name? And, did all these things in your name? But you weren't genuine about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That's why you got to be sincere and genuine about this thing, man. Every day. I got another one. This is Proverbs chapter 19, verse 15. "Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger." You see? So if you're lazy with the Lord's work, all right, you're not going to get fully paid. Because this work brings to what? Salvation. All right, receiving 100-fold. All right, receiving Isaiah 4:1, receiving spiritual powers, because hey, in that Matthew 7, they were casting out demons. They had spiritual powers. All right, but yet, when we got to the end, hey, their work was not on point.
Right.
All right, it's like sacrificing fucking fruit and berries. You know what I mean? It's just the Lord's not He doesn't want this, man. Right. The Lord gave straight commandment.
Right.
So, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, and the Lord could use someone to wake up the elect and just cast you out.
And we've seen that many times. You know what I'm saying? Many times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man.
Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, really, this for us too, man. All of us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're about to get out of here, bro. So Satan's working hard right now. So how much more, us right now, understanding, right, that we gotta build our faith up for what's to come, man.
Yeah.
A lot of us haven't even seen the things that are about to come, man. Like,
well, it says you haven't resisted unto blood. All right, we're still in a green tree. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, no, we gotta be fervent and zealous. All right, with enthusiasm and dedication, man. Because, hey, Yahushua gave up his life for us while we were yet sinners. All right, but yet he loved us. And he saw afar off, man.
Right.
All right, for the elect's sake.
God, hey, we didn't have to go on the cross. The Lord did, man.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, he paid our tab. You see? We're getting less than what our iniquities deserve because Yahushua paid the bill, man. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, man, that's it, bro. Shit. Yeah.
And also, one more thing is that you got to understand that Satan's at work. He doesn't take breaks. He's on 24/7. And here it is. The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. So those that are in the truth, we got to be working overtime. All right? Look at the apostles as the example, man. Elder Apostle Tahar be pumping out videos like clockwork. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's the example, and the fire, the zeal that we should be walking in. It's just the same. It's just to say, show the same diligence. These are our elders that have been laboring for decades, man. All right, and are still on fire, man. You see what I'm saying? So, and the end approaches, and they're still going hard and even harder, man. Mm-hmm. If you've been watching them for the years, man, the flame has turned up, man. They're on fire, man. And it's beautiful.
Hey, bringing new history. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like this lesson inspired by the Apostle Rama, man. Through the Apostle Rama, man. It's like, hey, man. His wisdom is increasing, man, and you know what I'm saying. Like, we have no excuse not to be able to obtain it, and let this light shine, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Use our talents wisely, you know what I mean? And
put this flesh in subjection, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta, you're fighting, it's the spirit against the flesh daily, all right? So avoid laziness and idleness, okay? And recognize that laziness can lead to negative consequences, which hinder one's ability to serve Yahweh effectively.
Yeah.
All right? Because, hey, the Lord's coming for those that are zealous of good works, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, hey, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
Hey, with that, we hope this lesson was edifying and exhorting. Again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and others of the great millstone who reward and taught us his truth. And salutations to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
And Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.